Coming up, we make a couple more stops in the Bahamas. Allegedly, it's the third island that Columbus landed on. Get a front row seat to a rapid, unscheduled disassembly. Just like the perfect sequence of weather and wind changes. Finally finish our Conch and push south to the Dominican Republic. She's half a century old, and she's taking us on the wildest adventure of our lives. 5 years ago, we chose simple, not easy, experiences, not wealth, human connection, not possessions. Guided by faith, not fear, we can't wait to see where this journey takes us. This is probably our last departure from Georgetown, and we're gonna head up to Long Island, north end of Long Island, and that's gonna be the first leg of our voyage further south. So onward to the Dominican. No sooner than we get underway, the skies open up, and we get to wave one last rainy goodbye to our friend Aaron, who's just arriving back to Georgetown. These squalls passed quickly, and it was smooth sailing all the way to Calabash Bay. With the anchor set, we're taking the dinghy to explore this shallow inlet and take a hike to the north shore of the island.
Yeah, it's just right here around the corner. Where are we going, dear?
Up here on a little hill. You got your monument up there. Something about Columbus.
Allegedly, Long Island is the third island that Columbus landed on in 1492. And he said it was the most beautiful of all the islands in the Bahamas, which is hilarious because he hadn't seen any of the Bahamas. This is like the far east side of the Bahamas collection of islands. So it is beautiful, but...
It's a 4-mile hike round trip to the northwest tip of the island to see the monument dedicated to the native Lucayan people and to Christopher Columbus.
Crab carcasses.
Everywhere.
So we've had a couple days here in Calabash Bay, the very top of Long Island, and we're pulling the anchor now and getting ready to head to Rum Cay, our next stop. So this is our track. We're gonna head, basically we're going east, a little bit southeast, and then we'll track south until we get to Great Inagua, and that's where we'll jump off to Luperon. That'll be mostly southeast, so that's gonna be the tough leg.
It's roughly 360 nautical miles from here to Luperon in the Dominican Republic, and there are several options for getting there. But if we've learned anything about cruising in this part of the world, it's that traveling east is tough. With prevailing winds in the Caribbean always coming from the east, it's a lot of motoring and makes for rough travel. The most common track leaves the Bahamas, makes a stop in Turks and Caicos, and continues on to Luperon. But checking in there with pets is difficult and expensive, so we're choosing to avoid Turks and Caicos altogether. Our tentative passage plan will take us from Crooked Island to Ackland's Island, and then to Matthewtown in Great Inagua, where we can refuel if necessary. Then on to Luperon.
One of the best parts of meeting other cruisers is crossing paths with the same people again and again in other places.
Yeah, we were wondering if that was you. We figured it was there for the last half hour or so.
Y'all caught any fish? I got a theory. If I drag the dinghy, I don't catch much. But if I put the dinghy on deck, then we do good.
Yeah, that's why we put the dinghy on deck. But we have not caught any fish.
And we can swap photos of each other's boats looking extra salty.
We got a lot of rain just now. And our friends Reed and Naomi are up ahead with a rainbow like perfectly over their boat. And look at this water. Oh my gosh.
I've never seen more of this color.
Rum Cay offers little wind and swell protection, so it's not a place for a long-term stay. With a population of only 90, it's not a well-developed island, but dimly lit Cay's bar with a sand floor and friendly locals is a great place to spend the evening and soak up yet another incredible sunset.
Anchors away.
Anchors away.
The less we have to use the motor, the happier we are. So sailing off anchor here in Rum Cay with a full day of sailing ahead has us doing our happy dance.
This is 30 feet deep. You can see the bottom.
All right, we gotta pull the jib in. Pull the main over. Pull the main in is what I meant to say, because I gotta turn.
You're talking to the camera.
We're gonna pull the main in so we can turn. And not accidental job. Turning downwind. Yeah, all right, I'm ready. I'm gonna start turning in a minute.
What are we doing, 6?
We're doing 4-8. We gotta test our theory. We don't catch any fish when we're dragging the dinghy. Dinghy's on deck. Today we have 12 hours of fishing.
Today, it's another full day of sailing, and we're passing West Caicos on our port side, the last bit of land we'll see for the next 28 hours.
The original plan was to stay at Rum Cay for a few days and hang out, fish, and relax. And the new plan is go ahead and get to Crooked Island and then hopefully down to Ackland Island, where there's more options for protection from different winds. So we've got a little blow, nothing crazy, but a little blow coming tomorrow and Wednesday from the north, and then gonna have the winds clock around all the way, basically all the way around. So we may be moving quite a bit when we get to Ackland, but the order of events is Crooked, Ackland, and then Great Inagua. And Great Inagua will be our last staging area before we jump to the DR. So we can refuel there if we need fuel. I think there's a little grocery store, and then we'll be ready. And that passage will be 33 hours roughly from Great Inagua to Luperon. So we're gonna be waiting for just the right weather so that it's a pleasant experience.
Another reason we're leaving today is the wind is good for getting there.
This is like beam to broad reaching, should be the whole day. 12 to 15 knots. Our friends Reed and Naomi are going there just about an hour ahead of us. And yeah, they're going to scope it out, let us know if there's anything tricky we should be aware of. We kind of don't know what to expect for Luperon because it seems like a very divided opinion. Some people are like, don't ever go there. It's terrible. It's dirty. There's nothing to see there. It's a waste of time. Skip it. And other people are like, yeah, it's dirty, but it's such a wonderful cruising community and the scenery is beautiful with the mountains. And so we'll see. We don't mind dirty, so I think we'll like it.
Hey, take offense to that. How deep is it, baby?
1170.
11. So we don't fish under 1,000. Why is that?
Because all we catch is those stinky cudas that eat our tackle.
Yeah, and we're down to the wire, so we can't like lose any more tackle. We did catch some mahi like under 1,000, but most of the time.
But at least several hundred, yeah. It seems like anything under 100, it's gonna be a barracuda.
And
all right, how many lines are we putting out? We got no dinghy in the way, so
we're gonna do at minimum 4, maybe 5. 2 rods, 2 hand lines. We got orange and black, red and black, cedar plug, and then we got a pink duster out there. It's pretty good.
I think red and black's gonna get it done today.
So I think that's gonna be the wahoo.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
The original plan was to kind of island top and make the last big jump, which is about 150 miles from the southernmost Bahama island over to Luperon. We got just like the perfect sequence of weather and wind changes, the way it was popping around, that it made sense to go north around Crooked and Ackman's and then head south. So we're just now starting our turn south, and we're gonna have a little over 53 hours total to get us straight to Luperon. Through the night, we run 3-hour shifts at the helm. Fishing lines get pulled in, the sail plan gets simplified. I had just started my watch when the whole western sky lit up orange.
That's SpaceX or something, isn't it?
Gotta be. What the heck?
We missed the best part of it, didn't we?
All of a sudden I was like, why is this plane coming from behind me?
You got.
Look, that one's still going all the way to the left. What is that? Is that the... Surely, that doesn't look like
There was a similar event several weeks ago that we missed seeing, but tonight we have a front row seat.
It's still all pink over there. Look at that.
Wow. So we finally finished Conchorn.
We had already cut the top off, so all that was left to do was use the Dremel to hollow out a hole and smooth out the edges.
And this is pretty much what we've been doing all day. Just sailing, and go for it, James. You got it.
I'm not very good.
You got it. So James has so far only been able to work it out the side of his mouth, which honestly is kind of cowboy. But
Like you say.
yeah. We're ready for sunset.
We're entering Dominican waters just before sunset, so our Bahamas flag is coming down and our Q flag is going up. This yellow quarantine flag lets the country we're entering know that we haven't yet cleared customs and immigration. Once we're checked in, we'll fly the Dominican flag. We've been repping Texas throughout our travels, but it might be time for a new flag. And the Bahamas flag doesn't look so good either. Our current speed will put us in late tonight, so we're slowing way down and taking a few tacks to arrive tomorrow morning in the light. Next week, we're recapping our highs and lows from our time in the Bahamas. From paperwork to provisions, we're going to break it all down for you, where we got it right and where we went terribly wrong. Like the video? Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all of our adventures.
You're gonna pass out.